Hello, I'm Frank, and I'm here with my colleague Karen. We're members of the Civica HR payroll team, and our aim today is to share insights gained from a UK survey we ran with people management. We'll be including some interesting, maybe surprising stats and thoughts from HR professionals. Civica and people management surveyed HR professionals to understand current and expected challenges in the pandemic world and how teams have overcome them through the use of technology. We try to uncover how digital tools have been and can be used in the months ahead to manage the shift to hybrid and blended working. So, how have HR professionals coped with the challenges of the past 18 months? And what learnings will be taken forward to evolve the role of HR?
We're going to break our presentation into a number of key topics, namely the wider impact of the pandemic, the impact that this has had on HR, the impact on employees, the impact on employers, how we see the future, finally wrapping it up into a summary. And hope you enjoy the presentation. In March 2020, almost overnight, thousands of UK businesses closed their offices and asked employees to work from home for the foreseeable future. Whilst the COVID-19 pandemic has had a disastrous impact on the economy, entire industries and people's lives, some of the most far-reaching consequences have been on our ways of working. HR teams went from being able to speak to employees face-to-face and manage workplace issues in person to handling everything virtually. This was only exacerbated by the economic knock-on effects on companies, leading to a rise in redundancies and turning to government support schemes such as furlough. There is no denying that the role of HR has been irrevocably changed by the pandemic. Not only did HR teams have to deal with the transition to home working themselves, they also had to do so for the entire workforce, ensuring employees were set up correctly and able to establish a healthy work-life balance. Now that many organisations are looking to a hybrid model of working, a blend of home working mixed with in-office working, there are still hurdles to overcome. What's more, managing communication challenges between employees that are in the office and those still working from home is going to pose further issues as we move towards this blended working model. However, throughout all of this, technology has and will continue to be a saving grace to HR leaders, employers, and employees alike. And let's not forget the impact on payroll. In addition to managing the various government support schemes available, which meant administering new payroll processes that were in line with legislation, many companies had to rapidly scale staff resourcing and adapt to virtual recruitment and onboarding processes. Cloud tools have streamlined this transition by integrating disjointed systems such as recruitment, HR, payroll, and time management software. With companies suffering sudden skill and resource gaps as a result of absence or redeployment, the ability to tap into virtual recruitment tools has proved critical. In our own world, Civica's bureau team, having drilled emergency planning, all decamped their homes in March 2020 and not a single payroll was missed or incorrect.
Driving collaboration and innovation is typically an area where business leaders look to HR. The pandemic saw many HR leaders take on the task of exploring and in some cases implementing new collaboration tools to support the continuation of business as usual. Within this context, the HR function has undergone a rapid digital transformation, seeing it work more closely with the IT team to enhance the digital employee experience and bring more technology into the workplace. This is only set to continue as we start slowly returning to the office. We know that HR is concerned about adapting to changing working practices. It's clear HR will have its work cut out planning and preparing for blended working. Maintaining good time practices will play a key role in helping many teams coordinate face time in the office, whilst providing HR professionals with accurate information on employee attendance and key insights to help inform wider business decisions. This includes reducing or expanding office space. HR leaders will also have to restructure learning and development courses to suit those at home as well as in the office. By tapping into digital learning tools, businesses can provide training in a far more personalized way to a larger, more diverse audience. These can similarly be integrated into cloud tools so employees can record skills and qualifications, and managers can analyze skills gaps and develop training plans.
The focus on employee well-being and mental health at work is a huge topic right now, as HR teams rightly focus on ensuring good mental health in the workplace. It's not just the scope of the HR function that's widened, but the shape of HR roles has changed too, with a continued shift towards focusing on employee well-being. We know that mental health and well-being issues have had a major impact on the workforce, so it's no surprise that more firms are investing in roles solely dedicated to employee mental health. Whether it's been struggling to manage work-life balance, homeschooling and childcare issues, or the loss of loved ones, the pandemic has had an enormous impact on people's mental health and well-being. We'd like to offer another perspective on employee impact that we've termed the yin and yang of the post-COVID recovery. This is because many employees embraced working from home during the pandemic, and let's not forget that for many employees, working from home was already normal. For these employees, the diary control and flexibility has been liberating, as people have structured their working time around non-work commitments, just not possible when commuting into an office, and they're working productively. Employers can take advantage of this newfound digital confidence, and companies have been able to reduce running costs, for example, reduced expenses, building maintenance costs, a great boon surely to aid business recovery. For these employees, their concern is not when can we go back into the office, but why do we have to? The post-COVID recovery will challenge HR to manage the blended working experience and fully support employees with the most diverse and complex needs ever experienced. HR professionals have reported that employees are working longer hours than usual due to the blurred line between home and work, not taking holidays as they typically would, and even reduced sickness absences. That's where investment in cloud systems could prove pivotal to supporting overall employee health. So while traditionally timesheet software has been used to monitor attendance, going forward it will be hugely beneficial for HR leaders to keep an eye on employee working time for well-being reasons, ensuring they are taking enough breaks, making use of holiday allowance, and not consistently working excessive hours. More companies are also looking into occupational health technologies, such as well-being apps and services, as well as integrating flexible benefits into existing systems. Here, flexible benefits can play a part, as companies have invested or plan to invest in these over the next 12 months. Whether it's discounts on cinema tickets or gym membership contributions, benefits packages which can be embedded into wider HR cloud systems can have an enormous impact on employee satisfaction, engagement, and ultimately retention.
The pandemic's impact has been felt differently by businesses of different shapes and sizes. For example, respondents were divided on how COVID-19 had affected productivity. Changes in productivity had undoubtedly been a key driver in technology investment. Many respondents highlighted the importance of collaboration tools such as Microsoft Teams in helping them adapt to home working. Added to that, there has been considerable investment in either HR software as part of a wider ERP solution, HR systems on their own, and online learning or employee engagement tools. Monitoring working hours not only helps enhance employee and business productivity, it also empowers HR teams to capture valuable data which will support them in shaping long-term people and workforce strategies. Cloud-based self-service systems empower employees to take ownership of key HR processes whilst helping businesses run more productively. For example, time management software helps managers follow the hours people work so they can better plan working schedules. This is particularly useful in shift-based work, where solutions can automatically generate rosters based on employees' availability and skills. It also leads to improved visibility of actual hours worked, which, when integrated with payroll software, ensures that all employees get paid accurately for the hours worked, and more importantly, on time. Employers need to drive a digital mindset to support blended working, which means that we need to understand how can we effectively engage with our people and what kind of tools can we deploy. HR teams will need to enforce and enable compliance and governance through policy sharing and understanding. When integrated with other solutions such as recruitment and onboarding, performance management and payroll, the cloud gives HR teams an holistic view of the workforce.
So how do we see the future? This last 18 months has highlighted how crucial digital software is to support remote working. But beyond this, HR professionals need to start thinking about the entire employee journey, from digitising recruitment and onboarding processes through to ongoing learning and development. As it becomes clearer that most firms plan to retain some level of home working post-pandemic, HR teams now need to start planning long-term workforce management strategies for a blended working world. In doing so, HR will not only keep employees satisfied, but also be able to manage business operations more effectively with a digital, forward-thinking culture that runs on data-driven decisions.
It is clear to us at Civica, as we regularly engage with HR professionals across the public and private sectors, that the HR function and its dedicated and diligent professionals are facing challenges like never before. Employees are more digitally confident than ever, and employers have had to navigate their organizations through the most difficult times. But as we emerge, we hope, from the worst of times, HR transformation, often a strategic pipe dream for many an HR professional, can become a reality. Technology has played an important part so far in supporting the HR journey, but we can go further.